I was born in Cairo, Egypt, in Northeast Africa. And growing up in that environment, I got to learn too well about the value of simple things like food and water and electricity. Our power or electricity was cut out for days. Our water was cut out for days. But I didn't learn about life until this story I'm going to share with you. A story of a young 10-year-old boy. And one day, on a hot summer day, as he was waking up to play soccer all day, he tries to get up, but couldn't move his legs. So he tries to get up again, but couldn't move his legs. The mom comes home, she's like, he needs to go to the clinic. Nobody in the family has any cars. One cousin lives upstairs, has a bicycle. So the cousin with the bicycle comes down and takes his little cousin on the back of the bike and they ride across town to the clinic. They get some tests done and the doctors tell the boy, you're temporarily paralyzed. Right now you can't walk. And if you don't go to the hospital tomorrow, you might not be able to walk ever again. The next day, the kid gets taken to the hospital. From 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., a father carrying his son over his shoulder all around the hospital just to get one question answered: what is wrong with my son? At 11 p.m., they admit this kid to the hospital and they tell him he needs to stay there a week. And every day, they gave him 4 shots and 16 aspirins. And if you know anything about medicine, that is way too much for a small body to handle. He goes in the hospital on Thursday. By the time Tuesday comes by, the kid's able to walk. By the time Wednesday comes by, the kid's able to run. He's so happy, he has his legs back, he can run, he can play soccer again. And his parents are so happy because their kid's happy. Thursday comes, they let him go from the hospital. Thursday goes by, Friday goes by, Saturday goes by, Sunday comes, the mother comes to wake up the kid. Wake up, wake up. Wake up. In 3, 2, 1. He fell to the floor. Unlike me, however, he didn't get up. The mother screamed, "My baby, my baby!" So as soon as that mother screamed, there was about 40 people that came running down to see what has happened. This is Sunday in the third world country. The nearest hospital is hours away. No clinics are open, so they have to call a special doctor. They call in the doctor, he comes, examines the kid, gives him a shot, tells everybody he'll be up in 2 hours. So now it's a game of suspense. Everybody's watching the body and watching the clock, watching the body and watching the clock. Half hour goes by, hour goes by, hour and a half goes by, 2 hours go by, now 2.5 hours go by, 3 hours go by, and the kid has not yet moved or blinked an eye. Taken to a full doctor, doctor tells the parents your son has one of 2 things. He's either permanently brain damaged or he's in a coma overdosed on medication. Let's hope he's in a coma overdosed on medication. So they take him to a poison control center, but when they take him there, the nurse first says he doesn't belong here. That eliminates one of the options. And as they're walking out of the poison control center, the doctor stops them, examines the kid again, rushes him inside, visits a team of paramedics on him, puts him in like 5 machines, comes back and explains to the parents, your child does belong here, but unfortunately, he's a hopeless case. The child has one last breath in him. That's why you put him on the machines, but there's honestly not much that we can do. I'm terribly sorry. And he walks away. Meanwhile, this is still Sunday, all in the same day. The kids' community back home find out what's happening. And they decide to gather together in hopes and prayers for 3 days that a life may be saved. Monday goes by, Tuesday goes by, and Wednesday I wake up from my coma. It's a piece of my life story. At 10 years old, I was in a coma. Doctor said I was a hopeless case. I was in my last breath. There was no chance of survival. But I stand in front of you here today by the grace of God. Amen. And when I woke up, if any of y'all seen military movies where there's like 50 beds in one room? Yeah? Well, I see some head nods. So I woke up, I'm on like this side, and there is a row of beds here and a row of beds here. I wake up, I had no idea where I was, no idea how I got there. and I see like 50 faces staring at me in shock. And I look to my right and I see my mom sitting in a chair, sleeping in a chair next to my bed. So I wake her up, Mom, Mom, Mom. She woke up with the happiest and the biggest smile I've ever seen in my life. She hugged me, almost choked me back to death, and cried. And then she explained to me what happened, because I had no idea what happened. I needed some fresh air. So I got up and I walked out. There was a little garden right outside of the hospital door. When I stepped outside in the hospital garden, I got this deep feeling that I will never forget. A feeling that says, right now is not your time. You are here for a purpose, and you will carry out this purpose. Right now is not your time. You are here for a purpose, and you will carry out this purpose. Mind you, I was 10 years old. I didn't understand all of that. I got the first part. Right now is not my time. To me, that meant I'm not dead. And I was like, thank you, God, because I almost died, but you chose to keep me alive. It wasn't my time to die, and I was grateful for that. But purpose, accomplishing a purpose, in my mind I was like, how am I, a little 10-year-old kid in the poverty of Africa, what purpose can I have? And how am I going to accomplish this purpose? But little did I know God has a plan way beyond my imagination. Two things I learned that day, however, that changed my life forever, and they can change yours too if you apply. The very first thing, I learned not to take my life for granted. Because I almost just lost my life. And they say you don't know the value of something until you almost lose it. Well, I lost my life. Imagine going to sleep and never waking up. I learned to appreciate my life. I learned to appreciate every day I wake up, every moment I'm alive, every breath I took, every heartbeat I felt. I learned to appreciate just life itself and just being alive. Just the fact that you have life, that's all you need in order to start moving forward. All of you actually are blessed to be here right now. There are many people who did not wake up today, and for that, you should be grateful. The second thing I learned, positive attitude and positive mindset. Those exact words came to my mind at 10 years old. Quote, everything is going to be okay. Because I thought to myself, I just came near death and I survived, so what else could be worse? Nothing can beat me. Nothing can conquer me. If death couldn't, nothing will. So if you live your life with a positive mindset, a positive attitude, no matter what comes your way, you can overcome it. I don't want you to give up when you face problems. I want your problems to give up when they face you.
Right?
Right?